Hey guys, it's me, Ego here. Hi. Hello. Today I have here some tints from Roman, which were newly released this autumn season. Thinking about it, I think I've reviewed quite a lot of tint products, but I've yet to review any from Roman. So this review seems to be my first Roman lip product review. Being that I'm a huge fan of their products, I've been very interested in these new lip tints, so I'm really looking forward to them. So let's get this review started. Fruity lips that becomes increasingly savory as it ripens. It's Roman's new Juicy Lasting Tint Ripe Fruit series in a total of 4 colors. These are said to have been released for Roman's 2020 FW collection and are new additions to their original Juicy Lasting Tint line. When looking at the case, the colors of the case reminds me of a very deep autumn and ripe fruits. The applicator is in a regular oblique shape, which allows for an easy, thick, and even application. These are said to be fruit lips that have the color of the fruits. The ripe color develops nicely the more you apply it on, and it produces a nice clear Tang Hulu glow. When applied, no matter how many layers I put on, the bright Tang Hulu glow appears to instantly moisturize. It seems that the color itself has a glowiness that makes the lips look more voluminous and healthy. Being that it's a glowy product, it does smear, but for some reason, the color appears to smear off on the areas where I applied thickly, while only the glow gets smeared off on the areas I applied thinly. And of course, it does transfer like this. Since they're said to be autumn tints, I'd expected them to be very deep and heavy, but since as they're said to be Tang Hulu tint, I find them to be quite pretty as they were actually quite clear and transparent. Upon removing the colors, I could see that they do stain with their individual color, but it does take a while for that to happen, so if you tend to move your lips as soon as you apply it, I think it'll come off completely. For example, I applied on the tint and left it on for about 1 minute, and once removed, it looks like this. Now I applied the tint on and left it on for about 10 minutes, and once removed, it looks like this. Now let's take a look at each color one by one. Number 18, Mulled Peach, is said to be a soft peach coral color which is not greedy or tacky. But when I actually applied it on, it seemed to be a very slightly grayish coral color, so I feel that it's a bit more of a muted color than a soft one. Number 19, Almond Rose, is said to be an almond MLBB color that resembles a calm dried rose color which is perfect for fall and winter. This color seems to feel quite mute, and personally, I think it seems to give off a very calm vibe, and it's a color that seems to look good on people who have mute tones. Number 20, Dark Coconut, is said to be a daily color when applied lightly and is an atmospheric coconut brown color when applied darkly. When I applied it on my arm, I was a bit surprised because it felt too brown, but upon applying it onto my lips, I found it to be very pretty deep brown color. It gets deeper when layered over several times, but it still looks pretty. Number 21, Deep Sangria, is said to be a pomegranate sangria color that brightens your complexion with a deep, alluring red. It seems to be close to a very deep wine color, but since it's so deep, it can create an alluring atmosphere. I would like to recommend this for those who are warm deep tones. I was especially surprised when I applied Dark Coconut because there was a bit of a difference in color between when I applied it on my arms and palms and when I applied it on my lips. I found it to be a really pretty color when I applied it on my lips. I'm a big fan of deep colors like these, and not to mention the colors of Roman's Juicy Lasting Ripe Fruit series are so pretty. Oh, and before I forget, Roman also provided some increasingly appetizing fruit lip combination suggestions by tone, so let me finish the video by showing you the color combinations suggested by Roman. By applying number 19 Almond Rose as a base, and the number 20 Dark Coconut from the inside of the lips in gradation, a brown fruit lip is done, which is recommended for those with warm tones. Using number 18 Mulled Peach as a base, and applying number 21 Deep Sangria on the inner lips in gradation creates the red fruit lip, which is recommended for those with cool tones. Personally, when applying these kind of colors, they seem to create something more atmospheric, so I like deep and very moody colors like these. I liked all 4 colors, but I liked the Almond Rose the most. Overall, since the colors are composed of muted or deep colors, if you want a color that feels like autumn, I think it'll be great to choose a color you like among these 4 and try it out. So my video is still here. Thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like buttons, and please leave some comments for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!